Hello, Mom and Dad, Me World. So today I want to talk about this right here. No, not this 45mm Canon f1.2 lens that is on this particular camera, but the actual camera itself. And the lens actually inspired me to get this particular Canon camera. I did not want to spend too much on this particular Canon camera because we're filming right now on a Sony ZV-E1. We primarily shoot Sony. Sony has been phenomenal for our needs, but this lens right here, this 45 f1.2 that we just made a video about earlier, I really like this lens. Really actually got me into shooting photography again, because this ZV-E1 that we're shooting on right now is mainly for video purpose, because for photos, it does take photos. It is 12 megapixels. This is 24. And like I said before, I am a Filipino. I've already had one kidney stone. I cannot sell off my other kidney to afford the A7 V. Right now, that body alone is $2,899. So this particular one right here, so this is the Canon EOS, I want to say Rebel, the Canon EOS R8. And this R8, we actually picked up open box. This was actually a floor model at our local Best Buy. So the body was just kind of what we think was up there for demo. It had some smudges on there, but it actually did come with the box. The lens, which I'm going to get out here very shortly, but the lens, the battery, the strap was all brand new in the box. Only thing out that had smudges on it, yeah, a few fingerprints here and there, but you know, nothing that a little bit of cleanup. You know, it looks just fine right now, but it was $1,182 after taxes where we got it from. And I did put, you don't see any of the Canon stuff up here. You don't see any of the numbers here because I did put some gaff tape on here, just some black gaff tape. Just so, depends on where we go. I don't want to go, hey, this is a Canon, whatever. Nobody knows. I don't want to stand out. So that is the reason why we are doing that with the gaffer's tape, the black gaffer's tape here, but we got a little bit of hair in between. Anyways, let me get back to this actual camera itself. But this camera, so reason why we got it, it shoots 4K 60 frames per second uncropped, which 4K 60 uncropped is pretty darn awesome. A7 V shoots 4K 60 uncropped, but again, $1,182 after taxes with this, plus the kit lens. Let me actually just get out the kit lens right here. Kit lens right here. This is just the bag that actually came with that Canon 45-1.2, but the kit lens they give you is a really nifty 24 to 50 kit lens that you actually do see right here. This 24 to 50 has been a very good focal range, because 24 that's pretty wide, and then 50mm, that is a good nice 2x zoom on this. The only problem with this particular lens, and it's not really a problem, but if we take a look at it, the aperture goes from f4.5 to 6.3. 4.5 on the 24mm side, 6.3 on the 50mm side. So you've got to have quite a good amount of light, which is why this thing right here is kind of stuck to the camera, this 45mm f1.2. And then we've got a two-step VND filter. This is what stays on the camera right here, this 45 with a VND, and this lens right here. It's pretty darn awesome. But anyways, what I want to talk about, this camera itself. So as far as the camera itself, I do got to say, and I apologize because I'm not trying to make any of the Canon shooters out there upset, but I do believe that for video, that the ZV-E1, this ZV-E1 is based on the FX3 camera body, A7S III, and those are absolutely top notch. This is a very non-professional hobbyist camera, and I would probably say the same thing with this. This would probably be a hobbyist camera, and I say that because of one thing. If we look to the bottom of this, and we're going to take a look, we do have a singular memory card slot with an SD memory card right in here, and that is what we have in this camera. along with the battery compartment down there. So a single SD memory card, the A75, A74, A73, that type of lineup, dual memory card along with the A7R series. You get what I'm saying. They've got the dual memory card for redundancy if you need it. Knock on wood, this is real wood at a picnic table at a park we're at. But yeah, this right here, single memory card. Getting back to this right here, I do like the colors this does have. Again, to be very honest with you, I'm still trying to get the colors to where I like the colors on this Sony ZV-E1. I can set the Sony ZV-E1 to record 4K 60, 10-bit 422, HEVC. To get this in HEVC, I've either got to go HDR, or I've got to go Canon log, C-Log 3, which I believe is what I shoot on, is C-Log 3, and then I add a lookup table or a LUT afterwards when I'm editing in Final Cut, which is just fine. But sometimes colors turn out great, sometimes they don't turn out as well as I'd like them to, and that is the issue with that. So I do like the standard look on this, that you can just set it to standard, set it to 4K 60, 10-bit, and then HEVC recording. That I do like on this particular Sony that we're recording on right here with this. And admittedly, I still have to figure out what exactly I am doing with the color grading and C-Log 3. So no knock on this. The videos that we have gotten from this, when they are spot on, they do look great. But when they are not, it does look a little weird. And I will admit, we've posted some weird ones. And I was like, I can't pull the color the way I want it to. So that is what we are going with. All right, Mom and Dad Meet World. So I just want to interrupt. This is what it looks like right here. We had to move the camera a little bit because I am probably 5.5 feet back from where the lens is, where on the Sony, we were very, very close, maybe 2 feet away, if that. But yeah, this 5.5 feet back, this is with the 45, and this is what the quality looks like with this particular lens. I'm going to throw on a LUT because we are recording in C-Log 3, but what you're going to see is with the image with a LUT, and we'll do that right now. I don't know, what do you think? Does it look good? Does it look better? You've got the flat profile versus the profile with the lookup table, and this is just a standard Canon lookup table for this particular application. I think it was from the R6 Mark II, but anyways, I think it doesn't really matter because C-Log 3, this particular LUT. Anyways, I'm getting too technical. I just wanted to show you what it looked like back to the rest of the video. Again, this camera right here, love the handling. Plasticky it is, but good handling. It's not heavy at all, and a nice grip right here. And then the LCD screen that you can see right here, it is one of these flip out LCD screens, which is pretty standard. Very nice. And then one more thing I do got to say about this, especially compared to ZV-E1, the photos themselves, photos look great. I do got to say the 24 megapixel photos look absolutely stunning, but having A7 IV before, having A7 R3 and A7 R5 that we've had for a little bit, it is almost clinically perfect in terms of like the photo quality you are getting from that. With this, photos have been very, very good, and I do got to say, nothing wrong with those photos. Combine that with this 45 1.2, and they do look really, really stellar. But overall, I do got to say, if you can get a good deal on one of these, I definitely would recommend that. Again, good deal, and then pair it with this 45, or get an adapter, adapt all your Canon EF lenses to this RF mount right here, or just get some high quality RF glass. Whatever you do, I think it's going to look just fine. But with this, I just want to keep it as inexpensive as possible. This Canon 45 1.2 combined with this R8, I really, really do like this. So hopefully you enjoyed my rambling, but if you like this, like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now. So mosquitoes like me. I don't like them, they like me. That's plain and simple fact. But anyways,